Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading for love, specifically for long-term couples. So if you're in a long-term relationship, then this reading is for you. So what I want you to do is get balanced and get grounded, take some deep breaths, and go ahead and focus on these cards and choose 1, 2, or 3. And go ahead and check out the description below and you can fast forward to your card. We're going to get into it, you guys. Let's do this. If you chose the first stack. So, I know that there's a lot of people who are going to watch this, so there's going to be a couple messages coming through on this one. I don't want to freak anyone out with what I just saw here, because I do see some dual messages, so I want to remind you guys to trust yourself, check for signs of resonance, like any chills you might receive, or any visions or inspirations, thoughts, feelings you have, and you'll know if a message is for you or not. If you have any questions, you can check out the description below and book me for a personal reading if you like, but definitely ask yourself, meditate here, because what I'm seeing is that some of you guys who picked this one, there's a message coming through that there's a lot of abundance coming into your life because you might be afraid of how this is going to come together, but it seems like this relationship might be over. Because I'm seeing this ending to beginnings card, and this card is beautiful. It does talk about something leaving your life, and I also see the reach out to the new friend card. So it's making me think maybe this relationship's over and you're moving on to something else. Or on like the other side of this, I'm seeing that they're saying maybe in order to find a way out of this situation, you can reach out to a new friend. Perhaps someone has a job offer, or perhaps there's someone who's able to provide you with information or something like that. Obviously, if it's a new friend, you want to have boundaries, but you know, you may have met someone romantically. Tread lightly, tread softly there, respectfully, but I feel like it's a message to you that there is abundance coming into your life, and there is going to be a way for you to be able to move forward in this area. And maybe this is the message you were looking for, and so you pick this one and you're worried and you're wondering, here's your message. And if that's you, then you'll know. The rest of you guys, don't freak out, because there's a completely other way that these cards can be read. And in your relationship, so those of you guys who are feeling like, whoa, that's not my message, those of you guys in this long-term relationship not feeling like that resonates, it's saying that as a couple, as like a collective, you guys are both going to be given some extra abundance. This season is going to be really fruitful for you. The energy that you're both putting out in your career and just in general is really reflecting back a lot of this harvest, this abundance. And so I feel like there's a lot you guys have let go of in your relationship. Like perhaps there's been this, you've broken some karmic cycles, and there's been a lot of healing and growth that's occurred. Hard times have been overcome, because this is the lotus flower, and I'm getting this message like out of the mud and the muck grows the beautiful lotus, and that's kind of like this relationship. And so they're also saying that with this abundance, you might want to use it to reach out to some new friends. Maybe you can use some of this abundance to connect with them, and to also be able to generate some more income, perhaps, because there's a lot coming through about career here right now for you and your partner, like it's what you guys are focused on. So opportunities for you to be able to start new businesses, new projects, and collaborations with this abundance. And maybe this is a way for some of you guys to get out of a slump you're at in your relationship. If you're looking for some extra spice in your relationship, make some new friends, you know, get some new energy, get out more, and you can use your abundance. You're being given abundance. Maybe instead of spending a lot of your abundance on other things, you can put it into socializing, because the energy right now, you guys, is so social. Have you guys been feeling it? Like, everyone's been hitting me up to hang out. I've been like wanting to plan things, and so very, very good time for that in your life right now, and in this journey, in this season, reaching out. So a lot of messages coming through. Definitely take what resonates with you and let me know. Comment below if this resonates. Now, those of you guys who picked the second stack, couples, long-term relationships. So I'm getting a totally different vibe. Like, I'm getting connected to this energy from these cards right now. So just give me a second. So instantly I'm drawn to this card. You might see this as a bit of a cliche, but this message does mean go with the flow. And so I feel like that's where you're at right now in your relationship. It could have been a couple years you guys have been together, a significant amount of time. And you're open to see where this goes. Maybe lately it's been hard to have faith. It's hard to kind of, you feel like you don't know where you're going in this relationship, but I'm feeling positive energy here. Like, this is the path for you. There could be some changes coming into your life, perhaps in the near future, because I do feel this vibe of change. I know when I see this healing card, it means that you're going to be undergoing some healing, but after that, there's usually a huge period of shift in your life, because as within, so without. Anytime you do that inner work on yourself and you just kind of get more grounded and change some of your perceptions and get into alignment more, things are going to shift. So I do feel that. So for right now, there's this message coming out that you need to go with the flow and focus on your healing. And for everyone, healing is very personal, but maybe you weren't really aware this is where you're at in your life right now, because not everyone is going to label it this way, but at certain times in your life, you go through periods of healing, because as you go through this journey, it can get a bit overwhelming. I do have to say, what do you guys think about that? Life can overwhelm you sometimes, and it's important to step back and to kind of detox and rid yourself of any fears or worries or just traumas that have accumulated over time, so that you can be refreshed and renewed and be able to have the energy and strength and willpower and confidence to continue forward on your path. And so this is what you're doing, and I feel like as a couple, you guys are kind of helping each other with it. It's a very beautiful, sacred connection you have with this person, and you're able to mirror back to each other imbalances and things that need to be healed. And so of course that has its own ups and downs, but overall it's beautiful between you guys, and they're just telling you, go with the flow. You're supposed to be healing right now, and so continue on this path. And if you're looking for a way to create more harmony in your relationship, they're saying to kind of persevere here in this relationship and be ready to try a new approach. Maybe you should be a little bit more playful and focus on best case scenarios instead of focusing on worst case scenarios. So do some healing. Try to really have more of a vision for where you see you and your partner headed. More of a positive vision. Reflect that out to them and continue to, go with the flow and be playful if you can. You might need to do a little bit more healing before you can get into that playful energy again, but that will heal so much between you guys. A little bit of playfulness is needed. Go outside and enjoy nature and do play, run around. Smell the roses, go on a date, keep things fresh. I feel like it's in alignment, it seems like, for you to continue this path with this person. And these are just some advice that's coming out for you. So I hope that this resonates with you, and if so, definitely comment and let me know. So, if you picked the third card, how interesting. I keep getting this card reversed, which I love. I love to see it reversed. Okay. So, long-term couples. This is a whole other energy than I was just reading, so give me 1 second to tap into this here. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that you have been worried, perhaps later at night, about whether or not you should be leaving this relationship, on whether or not it is in alignment with you. And I see this like shield around you. It's like a protective energy. It's like you're safe. You've done a lot in your life to ensure this foundation that you built for yourself. And so you're worried about like, should you shatter this foundation? Perhaps it's because you're worried about like the security of you and your partner in the future, and like how blessed or not this relationship is. And so you worry about the future. You worry about what's going to happen between you guys. And I think that's normal. I think everyone has times in their relationship, especially long-term relationships, where you worry about the future and you worry about if this is going to provide and be what you need, and if you're going to be able to, give the other person what they want, and if they're going to be able to meet your needs. And there's just so many worries and fears that I can tap into in this area for you guys. But I feel like you kind of catch my drift here. There is a lot of anxiety here. And I do feel like this harmony. I feel like this balance between you and this other person, And I feel like the point that you're missing is that you're supposed to be present in the moment with this person. You've been blessed, because I see like this difficult, like this couple that went through this awful time here, and like this rake is broken, and here's their crops and they're on fire, and like this looks like their beehives, and it's probably the way that they made their income and their living, and it's all like destroyed, and they've got like these empty bowls, and they're like, feed us. So this could be like a time you went through in your relationship, and this is a metaphor, so it could have been like literally that's what you went through, or it could just be more like emotionally you had a time like that where you felt very starved in this relationship, or they did, or something like that. But I'm feeling a lot of honesty and love and integrity here. I'm not really feeling any like backstabbing or anything that intense, because there's some cards in here that will tell me, I'll tell you that, you guys, when it comes to these love readings. So I'm feeling balanced. It's just the point here is you're supposed to be present and in the moment. This relationship is a gift. There is a lot of blessing here, and they're saying you're just gonna need every day to wake up and center yourself and take things slowly. Work your way through this relationship each day as you meditate and ponder on your needs. Try not to react to anything. Anytime you're in this relationship and you're starting to feel really reactive, take a step back and center yourself, and realize and take accountability and responsibility for your own triggers. That's something I've learned how to do, and oh my gosh, in relationships is sometimes something someone says or does can just be a trigger from like an old trauma or an old wound, and you can react to that and fly off on a handle before you realize that maybe it's coming from you. So, as within, so without. I say that a lot on this channel. Check yourself before you wreck yourself here. Maybe you need to respond based on how you feel. And any of these feelings and worries you have, why not communicate that to your partner? Why not tell them like how you feel and how this worry and anxiety you have? Tell them like the 100% truth. And it's not their job to ease your anxiety and ease your fears. That's your job. And realize that a lot of times it's just gonna waste your time to have these fears, because they're usually not based in the truth. They're based in stuff in the past, or something you've watched happen to other people. You have to center yourself in the truth and realize that you're only ever guaranteed this moment, so you have to just keep going. You can't keep going through life worried about the future. It's just not productive. And look, the only reason I'm able to talk about this is because I've been in long-term relationships, and I've also struggled with anxiety and worry and fear and PTSD. So I know what it's like to think about the past and to not be able to trust certain people, especially in love, to have your heart kind of closed, and to not ever feel confident in like the person that you're with or decisions that you're making because of stuff like that. And for me, I just call it tapes. I call it like the old tapes that play in your head, you know? These tapes that tell you that you're not worthy, that you're not good enough, that bad things are gonna happen, that, I don't know, like, not to trust your significant other, stuff like that. I don't know if your tapes are that, like, on that level, but sometimes I've been there. I've thought those things, and you have to get back to the root of yourself and realize, like, where is this coming from? Like, this feeling of, like, being worried and feeling like this death is coming or something, or like being afraid of change, or to make decisions, move forward, or even to be present in this relationship. Any of those fears you might have, you gotta ask yourself, where's that coming from? Is that coming from something, a wound I need to heal from the past? Is that really the truth? Because I feel like all the universe really desires for us is to be happy, and is to be free, and is to be authentic, you know? Why would we be here and be so unique and so beautiful if that weren't the case, you know, in this beautiful planet? The truth is, you are free here in this relationship to make your own decisions and to trust yourself and to honor your feelings and to express them, and to do it in a harmonious and balance-centered way. So balance yourself, you know, continue each day, and, you know, think about talking about this with your partner, you know, but not accusing them of it, not projecting this onto them, trusting and talking about it with love, and seeing if just communicating your feelings will help you. You know, once again, not expecting them to fix your feelings, but at least to hear you and to validate you. And what you can do to move forward is to accept it, to accept these fears you have, you know, accept that fear is part of this journey. You know, we were born in love, you know, but unfortunately fear is something we encounter here, and it's all about what are you going to do with it, you know. Even if you're afraid, continue forward on this path. Trust your decision to be in this relationship. Trust what's appearing in your life right now, and trust that if for some reason this isn't going to work out, that you'll still be safe. This owl, you might be afraid of it at first because it's a sign of death, but it's also a sign of, like, nurturing and safety and protection. So I do feel like there's this force watching over you, protecting you in this whole situation, and protecting this other person as well. And, you know, come to balance yourself, and this relationship will. And they're saying that you're going to be gifted confidence. You're going to feel a lot more confident soon. This situation, I know this card looks freaky, but remember, it's reversed, and so there's a lot of abundance coming into your life, and so that's going to make you feel more confident, especially with this relationship, and you'll feel like there's a boost here. So I hope that this message helped you out, and if so, then definitely leave comments. Man, you guys, that was kind of heavy, but I'm really happy to be able to deliver those messages. Let me know what you guys think about all of that. I'm feeling like an intuition to draw just one more card for all of you guys who are in relationships. Wow. It's the Passion card. It says, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? So I'm going to leave you guys with that, alright? Peace out.